the news of the day, and we allow you, who sits in the pavilion, to tell us how you feel about our analysis and how you feel about the game in particular. The game that is the UNC and the PNM battle in a game of cricket. So, with that being said, we will be taking a break shortly, of course, but there are a lot of news to discuss, and I'd want to probably touch on a few things. In particular, I saw MP Marcel, the MP for Laventille West, is in the news again, and this time he's talking about the East Port of Spain Development Company and the fact that the government haven't been funding that particular organization. In fact, he said that some 15 or so workers had been sent home a few days ago, and that is something we would want to discuss. That is something I in particular want to discuss, because that community is a community of which I am part of. So certainly let's take a break, and after the break we will discuss that and other more very serious matters. So we go for a break. When we come back, we will discuss that and other matters.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Peace of God be multiplied unto you in the precious name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. This is Redemption Hour, a gospel program where God will reveal His mind to you on how to live a fulfilled life and to please Him in all areas. Join Pastor Femi Afolabi, the National Overseer of Deeper Christ Life Ministry, Trinidad and Tobago, and other seasoned ministers for a time of divine encounter as they minister and pray for you every Saturday by 9 o'clock in the morning of this station, Street FM 91.9. Our church is Deeper Life Bible Church, number 1 Cochrane Street, opposite Tunapuna Police Station, Tunapuna. The times of our services are as follows: Sunday worship service, 9 a.m., Monday Bible study, 6 p.m., Thursday revival hour, 6 p.m. The Redemption Hour is a life-changing moment you cannot afford to miss. For special prayer or counseling, contact Pastor Femi Afolabi on 778-9933. God bless you as you listen to this program. Jesus is Lord.
When every hand start waving, it's KFC a craving. Extra crispy or spicy, it blazing. So when it comes to flavor, you know we can't lose. It's popcorn chicken in 3 kinds of sauce. So you dip on, you dip on, you dip on, you dip. KFC popcorn chicken, make you dance while you dip. Yes, you dip on, you dip on, you dip on, you dip. Somebody bring the KFC quick, I'm telling you. Get your hands on KFC's extra crispy or spicy popcorn chicken, starting at just $35. Or grab the winning combination: 3 pieces of chicken and 4 tenders for $79.95. KFC, it's finger licking good.
KFC onion rings, bring the sauce, bring the sauce. Come to the crunch like a boss, like a boss. Add a ring, show me onion ring, onion ring, onion ring, in your ring, ding. Show me your onion ring, it's a ring, ding. Yes, it's a brand new thing called onion ring. Level up your order. Onion ring, chicken sandwich full of flavor. Add a ring to your toaster. Somebody better go and tell the neighbor.
Show off your ring at KFC with the new onion ring chicken sandwich for $34.95, or get a regular side of rings for just $15.
Add a ring, in your ding, ding. Add a ring, KFC onion ring.
KFC, show me your ring.
TechFlex TT Limited, the #1 computer store in Trinidad and Tobago, has all your tech needs. We have the latest computers, powerful MacBooks, and affordable Chromebooks for school and work, providing new and refurbished options to suit everyone's budget. Also, we carry a variety of printer options and ink solutions for your home and office needs. Need repairs done? Our experienced technicians can solve your tech problems. Visit us now at any of our 2 locations, Wilson Road, Scarborough, next to Royal Castle, or Penco Street, Montrose, Chagonas. Call 235-4919 for more info. TechFlex TT Limited. Affordable tech. Exceptional service.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
It's KFC in the cricket. Crunch up that crunch, crunch up that crunch, crunch up that crunch. Doing it the KFC way. Crunch up that crunch, crunch up that crunch, crunch up that crunch. TKR all the way, passion inside the way. Bringing the energy, it's chicken for all the way. KFC got way. When we come out to play, nothing can bother way. Winning is part the way. TKR all the way.
Grab your maximum crunch bucket today with 6 pieces of chicken, 1 regular popcorn chicken, 4 regular sides for only $144.95. Crunch after crunch with KFC.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, good evening again. And again, I want to apologize for our late start. I would have started earlier on, talking about the situation with the East Port of Spain Development Company. I want to introduce our female umpire. She hasn't been with us for some time, and she's up. Well, I don't want to say she absconded, but she's very, very tardy, not very tardy with her time and that kind of thing. But yes. So I want to say good evening to Seymour Sandyford, who is with us, our little sister who is with us.
Thank you.
Usually. And Seymour, I don't know if you want to say anything to the public.
Yes,
having
good
not been
afternoon.
around for so long.
Yes, good afternoon to everyone. Yes, I have not been around, but you know, there are times when I have duties to attend to, so I'm here today.
All right. So I started just before the break talking about the situation that is developing with the East Port of Spain Development Company, and
Right.
that is an institution, or I should say an organization that is that falls within my area, where the area it covers part of the area that I reside. But I'm always concerned with the fact that there are so many organizations set up, or so many statutory organizations that are set up to do almost the same thing. Right? This organization falls directly under the HEC. And there seems to be, well, I don't know if the government, it is said that 8 million was allocated last year. I don't know what 8 million could do. And they, in fact, only got 4 million. And this year, 2 million was allocated. They've gotten nothing so far. I am not too sure what is the remit of the East Port of Spain Development Company, appointing a board and that kind of thing. And while I'm always very happy and very concerned about the administration of the administration of services and that kind of thing in communities, especially at-risk communities, what we call at-risk communities. I don't know if these organizations are set because they seem to be overlapping. We have the Port of Spain Regional Corporation, you have the Sawa Lavantal Regional Corporation, all of them, you have URP, you have CPEP, you have then you have the ministries like social development and all these places who are charged with doing almost the same thing. So somebody need to explain to me what's really the need for the East Port of Spain Development Company. No, I might be saying this in ignorance. But clearly, if they haven't been getting money for the last 2 years and things seems to be working still, then what is really the need for it? Just asking. The challenge here is that if they are set up with a particular remit, and maybe I may have to go and do some research, but is that happening? And what they have been set up for over the years, has that happened?
Well, I think that's the more important question. You will need to look at the successes of this particular company, as well as the other companies, because as the name states, it's for the development of East Port of Spain communities.
Right.
It will be interesting to see how much development has happened. Now, I find that's interesting because I take the Lady Young most days, and if you observe, you remember, I think Fitzgerald Hines put a pool in that community somewhere there near to
that pool is Blackwater right now.
Right. So I am looking at that and
I wonder if that falls under the East Port of Spain, and which is the reason why it
most
black
likely,
right
in my view, that may be sport.
That
may be sport, and
this is what I'm saying.
But,
so you have so many
development of the community. While I am seeing that actively happen, while there's a HEC building that's under grass that was apparently condemned in the same Mova area. So again, what would be some of the successes? What were they able to achieve in the community? That would be the first question to ask.
Correct. And you see, you have so many it's like you have more organizations to deal with things than you have things being done.
Yeah.
So it's just like you're paying people just to do what? To just overlap. Listen. The government, central government, has different ministries to deal with certain things. And while we've moved away from that, over the years, you had all these special purpose companies being set up to swiftly or remove some of the bugbears and the bureaucracy to get things done faster. But with all these special purpose companies, you seem not to be getting nothing done still. And now you're paying more people, you have more professionals, you have boards, you have all that kind of thing, but it's still in getting where you're supposed to be getting. So I'm just trying to figure out, what is really what is happening outside of politics? What is the real purpose of these organizations?
And how much effort is even being placed into developing those particular areas?
Now, I know, what I can see is that these organizations start off with very, very good intention.
Yes, of course.
Very good intention.
Which is why they are there.
But if they don't have if they're not getting any funding,
that's the next question.
If there is no real serious objective, no real serious strategic plan as to where you want to go, what you want to do, which does not interfere with any other state company or any other organization or other statutory organization that may feel that, which would give the reason for the government saying, well, look, listen, if we given the regional corporation X, then we don't need to give you so much, right? Then clearly, if that's the case, then clearly there's no need for that particular organization. I'm just saying.
Right, okay. But then the corporation itself would have a different mandate.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you can't have everybody. You have CPEP. Well, you had CPEP, you have URP, you have East Port of Spain Development, you have corporations, both Port of Spain Corporation and Sour Lavantal, all of them fall. You have all those organs. Plus, you have central government, the state, you have Ministry of Social Development, you have all the ministries. What we're really saying, and we still again nothing done.
I think I get what you're saying. There's the overlapping of the functions. But we are not seeing the results. We are not seeing tangible results that can say this place is responsible
So
for
I don't
this
know
activity.
if that is the reason why. I don't know if that's the rationale behind not funding it or not appointing a board as yet. I would think that if it is designed to do specific development, then a board should be appointed, and then therefore
I think they're going down the line with appointing boards and committees and so on,
Well,
because it's how many organizations or agencies that need to have a board.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, it's a process to engage a board. So board members are being distributed, assigned.
Yeah, no, it's
accordingly.
happening.
So I
right?
think it's a situation where they haven't reached there as yet.
And allocation and funds and that kind of thing also. You had to consider that too, the government. I mean, the government seems to be doing, I wouldn't say they're helpless, they're trying to see how best they could manage the small amount of resources to do all the things they had to do. And maybe this is not very important right now, because if you have other organizations taking care of certain other things, then maybe that's not seen, because $2 million to allocate $2 million in a budget. I mean, that's a household.
Yeah.
To do what?
Yeah.
You understand? So, I listened to Marcel, and he seemed to be going down the road of politics with it, as usual.
Of course,
right?
of course.
But I would really like to hear what the government have to say about this. Let me take this call. Good evening, Chris.
Good afternoon, Matson.
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon.
Don't try to put right? You see, when it's not joking. Because in as much as Mr. Marcel is complaining now, he's supposed to be happy. Because he went on our platform and said he will operate with malice and bias if he gets the opportunity. So why you vexed if your parts of your constituency is being shortchanged now? Isn't that what you said you're going to do if you get in charge? I don't know, something had to be wrong with us in this place, yes? Marcel and them can give us a break, please, and take the jam in, because if you are saying that is what you're going to do, sit down and keep quiet and take it right now. Doctor, listening.
Well, I don't necessarily agree with the caller, simply because, I mean, Marcel would have said what he had to say, and I was one of them who felt that maybe those statements he made was very, very unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's people lives we're dealing with, right?
That's on the same level of Philip saying take pothole.
Yeah, it's people lives we're dealing with.
Yeah.
And many of those people would have voted for Trinidad and Tobago, right? So to say that because of what Marcel, with his irresponsible self, would have said, we punishing you, I really hope that is not the case. And I don't believe that's the case, right?
Yeah.
But that being said, it will be interesting to hear and to find out exactly what the East Port of Spain Development Company, what's their mandate? What are they there to solve? What's the problem they're there to solve? Mm-hmm. And have they been doing that over the last few years, over the last 10 years? Because they can't come now and say you're getting money when you wasn't getting before.
Right.
And when there wasn't, when it was not a priority in any significant way, especially where you had a government who was in office who claimed to be a government of the people for that area, right? I remember in 2015, that area got probably the most amount of votes, right? That a Laventel constituency ever got, right? That is Marcel's constituency. So the thing is, we have to also, you can't just say that the government air funded you. You have to say, well, why they're not funding you, one?
Yeah.
And two, I don't think you could link that with what what Marcel would have said. And if that is the case, well, then that is unfortunate. Right? So I want to say good evening also to our fellow umpire, Mr. Ronaldo Rollock. He's here a bit late again. But Ronaldo, good evening, and it is nice to be on the show also this evening.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Right?
What are we chatting about today?
Yeah, well, I was just started with talking about the issue with that Mr. Marcel raised with the 12 employees.
My light is on board.
Yeah, right. The 12 employee that was dismissed, terminated last Friday at the East Port of Spain Development Company, and he indicated he gave a chronology of how much money was allocated in 2025 and 2024 and I think it was 8 or so million in 2025, and they got really about 2 million was allocated in 2026, and they haven't had a board as yet, and persons are going home, and he's now asking whether or not the government is intending to disband the company. My question is, what was the real relevance of the company when you had all the other units, all the other areas, statutory organizations, that is the regional corporations, CPEP, URP, and all the other things, and social development and all that kind of thing, that really would have had the mandate to do almost the same thing that they were doing. What was different? And is it that the government is now seeing that there may not necessarily be a need for that, or that is not in their priority, national priority? And that is the question that one might want to ask. And this is a board that falls under the HDC, by the way.
Wow.
And I think they tried to contact David Lee on the matter. I think the calls went unanswered. But it will be interesting to hear what is the government position on this particular situation.
Well, I would say a couple of things at this point in time. Because we're in town a while now, we understand the tennis that governments play when there's political change. That is not to justify the game, but that is to understand that I am not getting caught in the middle by the nets while they play the tennis. That's the first thing. It's unfortunate that our system allows for that. I am sure there may be logical and illogical reasons for that happening. Good? There are economics at play and there's politics at play.
Correct.
I'm being very honest and trite about that. I have unfollowed that particular gentleman, however, politically, because of his, in my view, very foolish comments, which for me will serve as a pretext to everything he says. I think he put that out there. So unfortunately, even if there's an iota of common sense in what he's saying, I will not grasp it, because he had set the stage for this race and politics that I do not find appealing. I am not saying he's the genesis of it, because he's not. He's being schooled for whatever reason. I'm not saying it is he who started that. It preceded him, and it will proceed him as well. But because of that, I kind of put his comments within a particular context. It is maybe an unfair way to analyze a situation that will have obviously particular effects, because the East Development Port of Spain, the East Development Company, executes a lot of projects in the East-West Corridor. I do know the company in terms of what they have done in various parts of this corridor, and it is no secret that they are a vital part, right? Whether the finance exists to maintain it, whether it has been disallocated or misallocated on purpose or based on economic policy, is what we feel we will have to hear.
That's what I would like to hear. I would want to hear that from,
because
certainly.
We do understand that that's not the only board that has not been appointed.
Correct.
Right? So if you analyze it, there are a lot of missing kegs to the wheel still, and understandably so. We have been on this show very open to say that this particular government overpromised, basically.
Yeah.
And I understand the political necessity of that. Good. You don't win an election by telling people hard times coming. You will surely lose. So those of us who take the moral spin and say, tell people the truth, you're not into politics. Right?
Correct.
You're not into politics, or you haven't been to a funeral lately where they tell you we're going to heaven. And whoever is in that box is going to heaven. And we print that jersey and we will see you again.
Whether he was the son of Lucifer.
Whether or not, regardless of if it was a crime of passion or some kind of a... We know he's in a better place. God looking down on us. Do not judge. We'll see. And that's how it is. That's really how it is. I took a glance at a show today. I can't remember the name of the show because I had to do it with some medical people. It's a quite popular series. And one doctor, the head doctor, was complaining to the junior doctor and said, we do not tell our patients that. We give them hope and we give them life. And he said, you all are lying. This lady has about 3 months. And the doctor said, if we sell hopelessness, people will die in 1 month. You have to understand what we do here. So we put it across in a very nice way. And there was this tiff about being able to sell, say, the stark truth. And politics doesn't really operate that way.
And that's what I have been saying. That's what we have been saying here for quite some time.
That's the reality of it.
And even if this has no relationship to what we were talking about. But the thing is, that's the reality.
Yeah.
You're not going to get an office if you come and preach doom and gloom and you're not going to be able to do this and you're going to be able to... You understand?
Relationships work the same way.
Correct. Relationships work the same way.
You don't tell anybody, I think I'm leaving you. You say that?
Or I can't help you, or I can't, do certain things.
I want to try somebody else. So have that discussion. And it's so funny because we say a lot of things, Listen, if you meet somebody that you like, tell me, Yeah. And I would do the same. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
See more.
That they don't really mean tell me. Don't really mean tell me.
Yeah, really mean tell me.
You can sleep outside with that talk. Your bank card will go missing. So we seem to, and the reason I make that analogy because we hold politics to this standard. That is very superfluous.
Yes, superfluous. Right. And the thing is, usually, like for instance, with what happened in the election last time, I am not too sure that the government the government that is in office, the people that is in office right now, I'm not too sure they understand the full gravity. While they are seasoned politicians, they
very
knew
seasoned,
what
you're correct.
was going on. But even if they understood it, they could not have said that we're not going to do it. You understand? So they had to come in hoping that all the ducks line up. And we are able to do certain things.
And I understand, and that is true of both governments.
Yes.
It is not a UNC PNM thing.
So this would lead us into probably the next story, and which is the mannequin Kukuna where
with Shell,
where the former prime minister, the 10 days prime minister, would have been saying that the UNC is fooling the public, misleading the public into saying that there is a project that they would have negotiated and thing, and that they would have negotiated that and that kind of thing in a very angry way. But that is not important. That to the people of Trinidad and Tobago is not important.
Being competition.
Yeah, that percent contest, that is really important. People want to know what are you doing to develop Trinidad and Tobago? How you negotiated it? Who negotiated it? When we get money? That's what you want to know.
Not just that.
And I'm not even too fanciful about the whole deal until we see the material benefits.
Yes, exactly.
Because we've had deals come and deals go.
That's right.
And the nation remain at one state. Because when the money come here, not right now. We have bills to pay. We have to prioritize.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens. I'm happy for all wins.
Yeah, I do. I'm happy.
I'm
I'm
happy
Trinidad and
for all
Tobago.
wins.
I am Trinidad and Tobago.
I don't really care who did it.
Correct.
Just
Let's take this
done.
caller. I see this caller now. Good evening, caller.
Matas, how are you going?
I'm good.
I listen to you. So you don't care who negotiate nothing and what you just want. All of us want things to happen, but you couldn't care less. Who come and say what? We just have to drink that.
Well, you can lie down by it.
You understand?
Because at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Let me ask you a question and be honest with me. You see, I do go down that red and yellow road. And what this government negotiate for we since they come in the energy sector? All one thing. All the man was doing is setting the record straight. You hear the man say glad for Trinidad and Tobago? You mustn't say that. Well, who negotiate? All we know we gain a benefit. It's wrong.
Well, what Stuart Young would have said.
I know all what you say, but
it didn't happen.
Listen, man.
He said it didn't happen because of the U.S. percentage in it, and the fact that they would have stopped it because of the OFAC, they wouldn't grant it. But listen,
I listen Stuart Young.
But listen, the fact is that it is under this administration that the license was granted.
So let me ask, so
it must be that this administration doing something to negotiate that right now.
All I am saying to you, and it's on record, the man is not saying that he's not happy. This is not a PNM thing here with me, you know. I am saying to you, if somebody did the groundwork, right, they're supposed to be credited. And you is not to say, well, I using my term, you is not to say, well, I don't care who do the groundwork, you know, long as we get result. In my view, it's wrong. It's very wrong. And I'm happy for Trinidad and Tobago. I want we to go forward. But when you come in to say what you just said, it's not right. I listen to you Tuesday evening. I listen to you Tuesday evening with Western and Bataria. But it's just the time I didn't have to call and talk to you. And I'm vexed. I'm just telling you. Yes, we're getting the fruits under this government, which I am happy about. But those that did the groundwork, they need to be acknowledged. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you, caller. I don't know if this caller remembered that Kamala Persad-Bissessar said in 2015, sometime in February, before they went out of office, that they would have started that negotiation for those fields. I don't know if you remember, but that's not important to me.
And stand your ground. I disagree with the caller.
Yeah.
This credit, were we selling credit here? It doesn't matter. We selling what happens to the population of Trinidad and Tobago. We have too much people trying to take credit.
All of them get paid to do that. All of those in government and
you
get
doing
paid.
Your job.
All they doing all the job. So
you
whoever
anybody praise me for you doing your job.
Exactly.
It wasn't anything about that. And those who know. And if you want to get into the issue about the energy sector and Mr. Young, he is a newcomer, my dear sir, to the whole energy sector and the old energy sector.
Exactly.
That whole energy setup was set up a long time.
Correct.
There are other people within the same fraternity who are responsible for the groundwork. He came and made it. He came and met it there. There wasn't any groundwork done there. But at the end of the day, we just decide to focus on the fruits.
Correct.
You know, we could sit down and say who plant which tree and who plant this tree.
Because without both of them, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Without the UNC, it wouldn't happen. Without the PNM, it wouldn't happen.
And it's not an indictment on the gentleman. It's an
both of them had to do
indictment
something.
on all politicians who into this measuring thing.
Correct.
Yeah, we on any side of the day, because definitely this present government would have reaped some rewards from some seeds that were planted before. That is obvious.
That is obvious.
That is obvious. And the government before them and the government before that.
Correct.
Good, because Mr. Manning did lay some foundation.
As a matter of fact, he might be the person you want to credit the most with
Correct.
everything.
Correct. And nobody.
Mr.
But
Manning.
anytime we get attracted into who petticoat longer than who, and who petticoat look better than who, we'll reach nowhere. And that's a sin.
You know, the thing is interesting. Let's take this call. Yes, caller. Good evening again.
Yeah, good afternoon again, everyone. And well, Roloff, now it's good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You know, and you all are correct, but the caller is also correct. And let me add in the sentiment that was left out that makes the caller correct. You see, our politicians will take credit regardless of if they do anything at all. But the moment things fall apart, they don't want to take blame or responsibility.
Correct.
Thank you.
And this is the reason why. This is the reason why the caller is correct. In terms of credit supposed to be placed where it is, where it's supposed to be placed. Because as I say, none of them take place when things fall apart. But as well as the point out, it doesn't matter to the nation, the people because take all of them to do it. Right? So whether it's whoever they know, it doesn't matter the nature. But for the purpose of they wanting to pay, there needs to be balance and when things fall apart, if they do, if anything happens, regardless of what it is, we need to be so quick to take the blame of responsibility. Thanks for allowing me.
Thank you, caller. You know, the caller is right also.
Very, very good
right?
point.
He's right also. The thing is, I don't know if you remembered after last year, 2024, the murder rate reached about 600 and something, right? And the PNM has always been saying that whatever we're doing, I remember even from Martin Joseph, remember one of the famous statements Martin Joseph had made that crime will go up, but with the infrastructure we are putting down in place, at some point in time it will start coming down. Right? He did say something like that, but it never came down. In fact, it went up, and it stayed up for a very long time, for the last 10 years. And even before that, when the UNC was in office, crime was on the rise, but it wasn't as bad as it was under the PNM. So something seems to happen when the UNC get in office. I don't know if it's the people just become very docile and they don't want to do crime again or what, but murder seems to always go down. And we are seeing that trend happening again. I am not accrediting that in no scientific, nothing that we do, but the statistics, that's just the statistical reality. The problem is, when crime started to go down or fall in 2025, there were those who were saying that UNC can't take credit for that. UNC shouldn't take credit for that. It has to do with the groundwork that the PNM would have laid, right? And there were those who would, every time there's a spurt, there's a high uptick in crime, they would then blame the UNC. So I'm trying to figure out, well, then what you want to take credit for? Is it that you're taking credit for the good things and the bad, or you just want to take credit for the good? And that's the problem we have in Trinidad and Tobago.
That's correct.
We can't look at things like that.
But it's been happening.
Because when you was in office and you was doing what you was doing to make things get better today, we was paying you for that. Right? That was your job. And it's the same thing with the politicians right now.
Yeah.
So that's my concern. Let's take this caller. Caller, good evening.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Moyer, Mr. Rolox, and Mr. Matheson.
Good afternoon.
Well, this thing about claim to fame and all that kind of thing. I remember you had people like, we never had this nonsense, you know. When you had with Williams, you had Robinson took over. Well, he had some challenges on his hand because the economy was in a slump. You had Manning, you had Pandey, and we know what happened at Point Lisas with respect to Atlantic Energy and all these things. It was Ken Julian. It was a technocrat. You had this next technocrat who died some time ago with Point of Pierre with the refinery, and the matter which went to court. And we know that governance is a relay. And what happened is that you do your part for the time that you were there, and others take over. And I never heard that. Pandey took over, and he continued with Ken Julian in developing Point Lisas. There wasn't a drum roll because they understand what governance and what they were doing was in the interest of the country. It went on. I remember Kamala speaking about this 2015, but it was located. But all of a sudden, we had this in the pipeline. We do this, you didn't do that, and all this other nonsense going on in this place here. I can't understand it. The fact remains, you're working for the development of this country. It is not for a party. It is not for you personally. So whatever you do in office as a minister, as a politician, I must be acclaimed for that. Right? Where are we going with that? Where are we going with that? And people, yes, you may have done some work, but again, you work for the country. You were paid for that. So I don't know where they're going with this thing. It's just to diminish the work of others. So you say, well, look, this one didn't do that, and you see it right through. They will tell you about this boot that they put in all over the place. That is not the first time that existed before, but I never heard them say, well, look, it was under the PNM and all that kind of thing, because I think Farley is saying that he introduced that sometime in 2024, and it worked well, and he's asking for boots in Tobago. But this thing I'm hearing about, I start that, I work that, I work this. Man, people grow up in this place and understand what governance is all about. And when you're elected to office, it's not for you, because I didn't hear the start talking about what they put there. Cameron saying what they put. It's for the nation. It's for the welfare of the people, the benefit of the country. So it's time to stop this nonsense. Get on with the business of governance. That is what all I want to say on this matter. I finally running around the place. One man want to cry, this one wanted this. I will do this and I will do that. And the fact remains, if in fact, because you saw what happened very early in the year with respect to this, the OFAC license, we know what's happening, what happened with that, and the present government, and what happened prior to that, when Biden had imposed the sanction on Venezuela. We know nothing could have been done. Nothing could have been done. And when whatever happened there, and people talk about inside with Trump and all this kind of thing, and things got done, and they took Maduro so all these, but the fact remains is that we must understand what governance is, and your role in terms when you were elected and you operate as a minister. Yes, you may have worked well as a minister, but the fact is you contributed to the development in this country. And you run around and this one didn't do that, and this one didn't talk to this one, and I put down this. Oh, forget this thing, man. That's petty. That's a lack of understanding of governance. Get on with the business of governance. Get on with the business for which you were elected, and forget this foolishness. Those people I had a discussion with Mr. Mattis earlier on. I think some time ago we talked about people who in government now, and we talked. This is why you couldn't touch people like Robbins. You can't touch Pandey, right? Eric William and those people never engage in those things, those matters. You hardly hear, well, to some extent you hear sometimes Kamala speaking about what she would have done, but stop being petty. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, caller.
Yeah.
And this is all what we say here is not to say that there's the need to remind the public of certain things, because accountability is important.
Yeah.
So sometimes when things are being done, you need to look at what is being done and how it is being done, and what might be some of the inner workings of it to see if it is suited for the country in a certain kind of way. So you had to question it.
Well, you see the problem with that is why I agree with the caller to the negative, not to the positive. Is that you have to take both sides.
Correct.
Yeah.
If you want to be accountable and you want to boast about what you do, tell me what you didn't do as well.
Correct.
And
Correct.
take all the crashes as well.
Correct.
That is why we find it very silly to engage in that.
That's correct.
Because you have to, what we learn, the 10 skull rule. You have to take the victim as you find them.
Correct.
You have to take a victim as you find them.
Correct.
Don't say you did do that, but you didn't do this, and then you go make an excuse because you didn't do that,
Yes.
and then you start to blame them. So here's what. Let's not get into it.
In the first
Let's
place.
not get into
Correct.
it in the first place, because we'll go back and forth, and we are not saying that people who do well should not be recognized. But to me, all politicians, we over-glorify. We over-glorify the highest paid public servants, in my view, in the country. It's not a labor of love, you know. It's not the past
Doing it
tense.
for free.
Good? Pastor be preaching and people ain't want to get tithes and offerings. These people are well compensated. We're not saying they should not be. But it's just like somebody cutting the yard. It's a job.
Yeah, it's a job.
It is a job that you go into.
How you do the job will determine, I mean, what the country gets will determine on how well you do the
Good.
job.
And we do, and your performance, your appraisal, you just cheat. Because you do nothing and get vote back. On both sides. You just cheat on your appraisal. Right? And you've been, and tell us the other things. Tell us about, your allowances. Tell us about the connections. Tell us how you became a millionaire. Twice. Tell us about all the other things. And I'm not saying it is without struggle.
Yeah.
And without, because, I do not assume that people become politicians to steal. That may happen.
But sometimes you wonder.
Yeah.
I mean,
that may happen. Exposure in the job, right? You get bright when you're good. But I think everybody go there to try.
Yeah.
And no matter what we say about them, people accomplish things.
Yeah.
I may laugh at first. I had maybe sometimes it's the how to put it. The peacock is funny. So when they were peacocking Mr. Fitzgerald, they didn't give him a rest. But he has nothing to prove.
Yeah.
He served. Yeah, he served. You go and serve. Go and serve when you meet him on the tin bobs. Go and do what he did. And you'll say and talk after.
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
He served.
Yeah.
And it comes with it. It comes with the post. It comes with the task. So we're not saying that people don't do well and they should not be. It's always, it's good to develop that kind of objective approach, and you need opposition. You need a critical analysis. You need somebody to critique certain things, because that's how you end up getting the best. But when it becomes unnecessary, when it becomes a lag on society, when it becomes a pain, is when you just go off on it with no positive with no positive, no sight of any positivism in the whole thing, and that is what that's the problem. I was saying that in a chat this morning about Mr. Griffith, whom I like, right? Because I think he has tremendous experience and knowledge. But at one time, he was responding to provocation by his dear friend. I don't get between them because they are obviously friends. Two people can't be insulting each other. We in school, you call that Tobago love. Good? Who always picking on each other and they always at it. Good? But I just find of late, he not waiting on provocation.
I swear, man,
he has a comment on nearly everything.
Everything.
Good?
Yeah, so it's like he break away from that the reality of him getting into something. No, he's just going all over.
But such as, and he has a contribution. He made his contribution in many different spheres: the military, government, the police, and if Udi can't fit where it, I can't do what he did. So I stand in no defense of any politician at all. You have to take it as you get it. Right? You take all the nice vehicle, you drive up and down, whatever, and you take the water on you too. That is the nature of people.
And you alluded to the thin skull rule.
Correct.
Something we learn in law.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if people will only understand, you had to take it, you had to deal with it how you get it.
That's right. That's right.
So this is how you get it. Let me deal with it. There might be a lot of posterity, a lot of things happen in the past and that kind of thing that could help you. But you had to deal with it how
because
you get it.
to piggyback on Mr. Marcel's point, I was alive when it was other people were in government. When the batting side was bowling and the bowling side was batting, and the complaint was similar.
Similar.
All these yellow places not getting funding, so none of them could draw me into the foolishness. It's the tennis match, and we, the spectators in the pavilion, we get torn apart. Families and friends get torn apart.
That's correct.
But if you ain't tongue long enough, like Chalky say,
you understand what
you would see what's going on.
Let's take this call. Good evening, caller.
You would see. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Why, this conversation all you having is one of the most interesting conversation I ever hear with a panel on our evening program. I find it is a real intelligent conversation you all having. And you know what making it nice too is that the first empire in red and saying back to the third empire, things that, you know, we out here would have liked to say to him too. So all your balance with the topic is a very intelligent conversation you all carrying on there. And to the third empire, Gary Griffith, I never liked Gary Griffith. You see, anytime you have a chatterbox, watch out. Watch now. These people and them does be in position, and when they're in position, they does do all the choppiness. And nobody can say nothing or disagree because they will come up with ways and means to make you look like a fool.
Yeah.
They just have the population looking like if they're foolish. Now they put some, I believe he get a job as commissioner because of his mouth. Right? This other commissioner now, in place now, he have all kind of things to say about this commissioner, about intelligence and all kind of thing. But you see the intelligence part, I gave him a full 100 with that because I believe in intelligence. You see this total post they're putting up there, I look at that as a real dirty thing that they're doing, like the square peg in wrong hole. Because if he's a bandit, you know where all the posts is. The same way all them paying on posts, the same way you will find avenues to bypass them same posts and get away without getting caught. Right? But when Gary Griffith talking, and he talking things like giving this commissioner advice and things, I just sometimes wonder, boy, if Trinidadians still had 90s memory. You understand? You remember the two people fall off a chair and dead? Who that was under? Remember the little children down by the in Silas Zongle? Who that was under? Right? And you could question when you look back on his tenure, you could question a lot of things. He did some good too. I ain't casting pearls before swines. He did some good too. But the good that he did was left much to be desired. Right? But we Trinidadians are too gullible. And you see this party-centric thing now, we gotta be honest, we have the country going down a steep, a slippery slope. And we have no intention of getting back past. But I will tell you something though. You see, UNC government will never, ever, ever see the reins at power again. You see the work going on with them right now, you see the post 3 years, they're going to be real hardship. You see the 4th year, they go let go thing. And you see the 5th year when they realize they ain't winning the election, they're going with the treasury. All you watch it. Have a blessed evening.
That's the reality of the politics in Toronto.
That's why we have a pavilion. I love the
pavilion. That's why we have a
pavilion.
pavilion, because people will say what they think they have to say. Let's say Chris again. Good evening.
Good afternoon again. Mr. Rolex, you coined my sentiments. There's not much more I need to add to it. So let me just outline some things in Trinidad that happened and ask any one of these politicians which one of them taking claim for it, right? Which one taking credit for it? Adolphus Daniel moving with $34 million for nothing. Who taking claim for that? The gas to liquid plant with Malcolm Jones.
Wow.
That was in court, that these politicians pulled out of court. Who taking credit for that? Renting buildings for over 20 years that remain empty. Who taking credit for that? Over $55 million. People just going to say, who taking credit for that? Accepting review by the FNC when every minister was a platform asking everybody to cut that, whether from 25 or going to them. Who taking credit for that? And the list goes on and on and on with no showing up on history. But the moment something goes to that, is I do this, is I do that, I do it, is I do that. I looked on listening.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you. And the caller was was correct, because we had to look at things equitably in Trinidad and Tobago. And unless we have a different kind of society where we have a different kind of politicians and where we have a different kind of expectation, because we all expect what happened here, we all expect it to know. It is something, it's Trinidad and Tobago, and Dr. Rowley said it, Patrick Manning said it, and to a large extent,
this is a hard place.
You know, so the thing is very interesting when we hear Trinidadians explain. Let me take Mr. Bata here. Good evening, Mr. Bata.
Good evening, Mr. Moya.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Johnson. Where you see that all military city, somewhere else, Mr. Bata. But I, as a citizen, see things differently. I don't want a politician to come to tell me that when he knew, and I know, or should know, that what he's saying is, he can't make sense. And if we know, then we, as you say, we need a better society. Well, the society needs to be more informed. If the society is informed, all right, the Guardian Express is asking the present Prime Minister, and they're saying, who would accept kudos? But that is not the point now, you know. This government said to us, all the things that that gentleman just asked for, because they also said to us that Malcolm Jones, so I join an example for you. Malcolm Jones was a thief. Malcolm Jones built a gas to liquid plant. Yes, I understand that. And if the people who did the groundwork, because the problem with the gas and liquid plant was the foundation. Somebody, a Chinese company with Nilamasi, tried it there, a gentleman got exploded, and the whole thing seems as though it stopped. We don't know, because they have a problem with natural gas. So we don't know where we stand with that yet. Right? But if it comes in fruition, it would surely benefit. That was an investment to create something. Right? So you can't say somebody thief with money there. I have a man in 2010 to 2015 never built a water treatment plant in his life. So we compare, you know, the taxpayers' dollar that is being spent. A man who never built a water treatment plant. Companies around the world who did it several times was refused and give to a local. And on the beat them, my money gone. These same people said to us about Calder Hat. So if you get in office, put up Mr. Manning on a billboard with a ton load of money and the whole thing, then you are supposed to solve these problems that you told me that you get a chance to get in office. Malcolm Jones should have been arrested, and they tried that and lost. Right? They tried that and lost. Calder come back right here, and they couldn't arrest Calder. But you know, when they leave office, I was able to charge the same man with the same water treatment plant. Right? Oh yes. Get out. They say what they tell me. No highway, no byway. And up comes Mr. Kublal Singh. You all remember he? Big protest. No highway, no byway. When they get into office, the same highway they tell the citizens that trying to go, we don't need. Mr. Manning wasting me money. It's the same highway they come and build for nearly twice time the money. And when the government changed, the company that was building the highway leave with nearly $1 billion of money. And I had to run them down and take them to court. So far in their 1 year and 14 months, Imbert thief $3.7 billion. And they can't take Imbert to court yet. There's a difference, Mr. Matterson. There is a difference. And I just, anybody who understands, I just outlined the difference. They are 16 months in office, and they can't arrest nobody. I have the past Attorney General, and I will keep singing this song. I have the past Attorney General. It's before the court with a man called Vincent Nelson, Queen's Counsel, where the British government sent him back here for money laundering. And I have the same man have a matter. He is defending the state, Mr. Matterson. He have a matter before the court to answer for money laundering from the state. And he now get a work from the state to defend the state, along with his partner get a work on a state board to run NGC. That is morality, Mr. Matterson. If the PNM had done that, you would have never done seek protest in tongue. And you name it. So there is a difference, Mr. Matterson. They are not the same. As outlined, all the corruption they talk about. In my 10 years, I was able to bring several people before the court. I was going on. She was the Attorney General under Pandey. And Sendong, what was the man's name? From England, who come to do the investigation for the airport. Who got, I forget his name. Send me away. And here we're going on. Throughout them years, they tell the population that airport thing is a PNM thing. That ain't true. And right now I have nearly $1 billion to collect from a man right here.
And so do we.
We're going for a break. Call us back.
Some bills on the street 919 FM.
Mommy, your dream came true. I gonna walk down the aisle.
Finally, show me a ring.
Up the plane.
What?
With KFC and Copa Airlines down the aisle promotion.
Well, take me on the trip now.
Win an all expenses paid trip for two to one of 5 Copa Airline destinations with KFC. To enter, you can either buy an onion ring sandwich and upload the receipt, or upload a cool pic of you enjoying your onion rings with the hashtag #ShowMeARing. 2 winners will be selected, and weekly KFC vouchers are up for grabs too. See social media for details. Promotion ends September 6th and is approved by the NLCB.
Team Colors of We and Gold Diggers Entertainment present Cheers to Life X. When we say X, we mean 10.
From your wake up this morning, you're the winner.
10 years of entertainment on the scene, where love and togetherness meet. On Sunday, August 16th, aboard the luxurious Embassy. Boarding at King's Wharf at 3 p.m. and set sail promptly at 4. Featuring DJ Link, Everslick and Juice Store, Kryptonite Sound, Schematic Sound, and Rough Cut International. Advance tickets are $200. Contact 495-6685, 347-7867, and 732-0786. Cheers to Life 10. Rhythm and Wave. Join us.
Strictly local radio show, blazing the best positive hits out of TT.
Hottest radio show.
Welcome. You are now locked in.
Every Saturday, 6 to 8 p.m., blazing the very best in Trinbago music and more, sending the heartbeat of the Twin Islands straight to the world.
This service is a massive communication product that aims to provide a new media platform for local TT entrepreneurs.
You're now locked into one of the hottest radio shows.
Send us your voice notes or call in live and rep your district. Whether you're in East, West, North, South, or Sweet Tobago, this is your show, your sound, your culture.
hottest radio show.
Strictly local, hosted by the one and only DJ Flex 868. Don't miss it. Every Saturday, 6 to 8 p.m. Only on the streets 91.9 FM. The vibes, the culture, the sound of Trinbago.
We blaze all the best in TT. Hashtag rep your district.
Hi there, I'm Lester Sublal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
KFC in the cricket. Crunch up that crunch. Crunch up that crunch. Crunch up that crunch. Do it in the KFC way. Crunch up that crunch. Crunch up that crunch. Crunch up that crunch. TKR all the way. Passion inside the way. Bring in the energy. It's chicken for all the way. KFC got way. When we come out to play, nothing can bother way. Winning is part of the way. TKR all the way.
Grab your maximum crunch bucket today with 6 pieces of chicken, 1 regular popcorn chicken, 4 regular sides for only $144.95. Crunch after crunch with KFC.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
A 44-year-old man was robbed of $145,000 while parked with a woman along the foreshore of the Audrey Jeffers Highway, Mokrapo, on Monday night. Police were told that around 10 p.m., the man and a woman from Paradise Heights Mover were parked along the foreshore in his black MG. The two were seated in the back seat, while a blue Nissan Almera pulled alongside their vehicle. 2 armed men exited the Nissan, pointed guns at the man, and announced a robbery. The woman immediately opened the door, ran from the vehicle, while the man was dragged out and forced to lie on the ground. The bandits then took his cell phone and an undisclosed sum of cash. One of the men got into the driver's seat of the MG, while the other returned to the Nissan Almera. Both vehicles then drove away along the highway. The victim went to the St. James police station where he reported the robbery. Samoya, what are you doing? Dr. Sandyford, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, man.
The foreshore is a kind of secret place. You know?
Both of them in the back seat?
Yeah, they were having a chat.
They were having a chat in the back seat. What time midnight that was?
I ain't too sure.
So you having a chat, you having a meeting.
I find fellas, we giving it up too easy, boy. We easy talking like men. I'm sorry to say, but like men thirsty out here.
I was just about to say that. I mean,
You find so, eh?
Yeah, there's a level of
Nobody
thirstiness.
needs driver seat, boy. Or they having a meeting, boy.
In the back seat, yeah. Well, you know the meetings on the foreshore. Even I don't have to tell you, well, it's the foreshore. What is going on?
And what would lead you to assume that is the woman that did that?
She come out and started running.
It could be fair. But
What's the chances of people knowing you have $145,000 on you?
On you, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you have $145,000 on you. What you doing on the foreshore?
Thank you.
In a meeting and you're not nobody.
Exactly.
Nobody in the front seat of the car to drive off
Poor
or nothing like that.
judgment. What kind of thing is that? I mean, so you have 145,000. You can't go to a hotel. Just say it.
That's a very good question. That's a very good question.
There are avenues on the foreshore. Nah.
Oh, that kind of.
I don't think that's acceptable. What meeting
So wait now, you want me spend my little chips because I have 145. you're really high at. The more you see all this hiking up, you see all they jacking up the price. That is a true crime, you know. The man went
That's why he lose everything.
That is true. All right, that I agree with you, Dr. Sally. But
that sounds like it was a plan.
Yeah. I
Was
mean,
it
looking at
possible
the
if I have
circumstances.
$145,000 back up on these for sure? And that happened. Why, as you say, why didn't go down a double palm? Why didn't just go in the Hyatt or something?
But why not secure my money first?
Exactly.
And then money, then honey. But he kind of have it in reverse. And he lost the money and he lost the honey.
But what you was doing?
And the car.
What you was doing that kind of money with that kind of money?
I
Not
don't
in a
know.
bank anyway.
But I don't understand
with that kind
what
of
he
cash.
thought. Men so cheap, boy? You have 145 and you're going only 4 show for free. You're going only 4 show for free, papi, boy. Yeah, boy.
That's a real chance to take.
Yeah, boy.
Chance to take the
No, I mean, but the reality is, if you're looking for a decent young lady, I continue to say that you ain't going on no decent young lady going to accept you going on no for sure.
A decent young lady should want to come home by you, or
And that's
you
what
go
I'm
by
saying. So you know what you're purchasing when you decide she's agreeing to the back seat. You get what you get.
We assuming that I was about it, but it might.
But
it
what
might have
else
been
could it be?
It might have been a genuine meeting. We have 145,000. We plan out how we.
Brother man, if you go on the foreshore and you all come out of the vehicle and go for a nice stroll, that is a different conversation. You go for a stroll, you just have a people do that. They park up on the lime and you know. But you both are in the back seat.
On the foreshore, but I might more do that on the lady or something, but.
Regardless. Regardless.
Come out and walk.
Listen, people go for romantic strolls all the time, or they just pack up on the lime.
Women into them things still, boy. Romantic stroll.
I believe so. That's a nice, if you want to do something free. Well. Okay, let's not say free. Let's not say free. If you want to do a nice economical date, and you go for a stroll, you buy a little ice cream, and you know, you talk. That's the stage.
The ladies accepting that, talk and ice cream and little thing.
I like that.
You like that? Women accepting
that. Women accepting that too.
You want to talk and ice cream, you want to money.
Listen, you don't want to invest too much. Okay, as I said, depending on the kind of person, you don't want to invest too much. You know the person like that yet.
Right.
You know, we go and hang out and thing. You go for a little stroll.
Yeah, $145,000.
Steve,
wow.
As I always say, if that's the quality you're looking for, you have to get the quality results. Them kind of gal and they will rob you.
Well, clearly.
That's all I say. You want a nice decent lady who will go for a stroll and you will have a conversation.
She must get pick up down the road then. she come out and she's at her and she get pick up down the road.
She in the MG.
Well.
So she get the money
and your whole new MG gone, you know?
Your whole new MG gone.
Your new MG.
What it is about us? Why men, I can't say anything here because I lose. I lose off of these.
But as we say that, I see 2 men get killed within 2 days. I mean, one got killed sometime today.
Yes, I saw
Gone
that.
down.
I saw
and
that.
One in Gandhi. Both of them with the same names, same surname. So I don't know what's the detail of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things.
It is so unfortunate. It's unfortunate what is happening. I'd love to understand the motive. I mean, a lot of times, sorry, gents, but you know, when you hear a man get gunned down, it's because they're involved in some type of thing or something is happening. But you know, it's kind of rare that you will see a woman get gunned down unless.
Well, it could be something like, you know, she get gunned down for something like what happened money for sure.
Yeah, a kind of love triangle, something like that. Those
triangle,
things happen.
you set them up to get the thing and somebody come back for you. I don't know. I don't want to trivialize what would have happened with a woman.
But it's just strange when you hear stories that a woman gets gunned down.
Some women is really put up, man.
Yeah. I 100%.
I've heard stories.
100%.
The old Samson and Delilah, but it never gets old. It never gets old. Are we do we have poor judgment?
I would say in that for sure circumstance, I would say yes. A hard yes.
A Tobago businesswoman was tied up and robbed home of more than $203,000 during a home invasion at her Argyle residence. That's Roxborough. For those of you who don't know. Police said the 43-year-old woman was in a Windward Road home around 9:15 p.m. when two men forced their way inside. Investigators said that one of the intruders, described as slim, dark complexion, about 5 feet 9 inches tall. Well, it's 9:15 p.m. people. Let me stop with all of that description. And a hoodie and a ski mask, right? Entered through the kitchen with armed with a firearm. The gunman allegedly pointed the weapon at the woman, demanded money, and ordered her to lie face down on the floor before binding her hands with an electrical cord. A second man entered the house, and also demanded money. Fearing for her life, the victim directed the men to two First Citizen Bank deposit bags on the table.
Oh gosh.
One contained $114,000, while the other held $79,000. Police said the total amount was $203,510. The men fled the house and escaped through a nearby cemetery.
Somebody know about that. That's a setup. That's a setup. And you know, I am just wondering, how much attention are we giving to the securities in the banks when people come to do large withdrawals of that nature? Because it is telling you the bags marked with the institution name.
Well,
so
yeah,
I'm trying to understand.
I noticed it had anything to do with
You
that.
can't put nothing past anybody. That's why I'm not putting it out of our view. It is certainly somebody or persons who know about the money. It could be around the person's circle, but I am not putting anything past employees. I'm just wondering.
The pavilion want to tune in on the foreshore. Mr. Bailey, tell me what went on the foreshore, please.
He didn't have one something in cash on him. That is the value of the vehicle at the rubber store.
No.
That is, I don't know if it's two different stories we read in, but the story that I heard over the news was they took the vehicle, which was valued at 140-something thousand. It's not that he had 140-something thousand in cash on him. He had to be a madman to do that.
No, yeah, correct. He was robbed of his $145,000 vehicle.
Yes, correct.
Yes, you're correct, Mr. Bailey.
Right.
Yeah, got me frightened there. We talking about
yeah.
Well,
no, okay, but he have some undisclosed sum of cash.
Yeah, they had some undisclosed sum of cash, but Bailey, where you gone? Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Location is key, my brother. Bed. Sometimes a backseat is important.
Oh, steam. That's what the young people call it. A little steam.
What do you mean? Is that people who married? They have their own bed, but they just go in a hotel just to spice things up.
Spice, right?
Red light.
Maybe.
Right.
Maybe she want a ball on a different tone.
Right.
She want red light.
She want to make a different noise.
The foreshore, boy?
Well, I tell you, location is key, you know, brother.
Okay.
Location, it doesn't matter. Bamboo patch, cane patch is excitement we're looking for.
Adventure somewhere, a little adventure.
You know many women who on the good husband because he don't want to go in the bamboo patch.
Oh.
Or he don't want to go in the foreshore. He just want to see yeah.
Yeah, so some of us men are pressured. I like the caller. I like where the caller is going.
You see women exchange ideas with the other women friends. And when Cheryl hearing about Shanti going in the bamboo patch and she making a different noise when she go there, she want to experience that.
Right.
It's all about the experience. And if that man home ain't doing it, she going to find somebody who willing to go in the bamboo patch.
That's a very good point. That's a good
being a man is not an easy job, you know.
For
to
real.
make everybody happy. It's not an easy job, you know.
Do you
have to be
do you think this was coincidence? What you call it? That's what we really want to know. You think this was just coincidence?
Well, I didn't really pick up on this story, but nothing is coincidence when it comes to robbery and thing. Everything does have a plan behind it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, but I want to mention something about Stuart Young.
Go ahead.
I'm not supporting Stuart Young, but I'm open to the idea that when a government is in opposition, that is the real government for the people. They come with all the truths, they come with all the honesties, they come with all the ideas, like how UNC come with all the ideas after 10 years. They sound good in opposition. Now is the PNM turn to sound great in opposition. And so I listen to both sides. And I pay particular attention to the opposite side, because that's the time they speak the truths. That's the time they come with the facts, right? Because they want to gain your respect. When they're in office, they don't care what they do or what they say, right? So one thing strike me, and I pay attention to that because I listening to the news and the press conference, is that Stuart said the original deal was 200 million US. And after it ramped up to 750 million US. So Stuart asking where that 550 million US come about. Because remember, it's just a memorandum of understanding, right? So it don't mean everything signed and sealed, but we're looking at it. So we're starting to look at it with a 200 million down payment, right? And I pay particular attention to that, because if you guys ever, and I'm sure you have, you ever look at the diary, boy, is the diary or the confession of a financial hitman? You guys ever come across that?
I think I saw that movie.
No, I haven't.
No, it's not a movie per se, but it was a real person confessing what his job was. And his job was to go seek out third world countries, right? His job was to seek out third world countries, mineral rich, and go to the politicians and cut deals, right? See where's the problem? Tell them, well, look, we want this. So it come like how the BP and Exxon or whatever, them taking the lion's share. This is what a financial hitman is operate at. He goes, he communicates with the government in office, and they work out a deal that you and I would never know about. But what we would experience after budgets is that why taxes increasing and why the cost of living going up, and we were told we're in a boom. Because remember, we had two booms before, but cost of living keep rising. When we tell ourselves, boy, we hit the jackpot, we're supposed to be on a lot of what subsidies starting to disappear. Because the reason behind that is because that 550 million, that additional to what was originally posted, could be the kickback, the hidden hand that we don't know we will end up paying for. But you have to see this guy documentary. You have to see what he's saying, and it will all make sense. Where the money is. How come they just get money, borrow, and we have no assets and thing? Or how this asset starting here, but it don't really have no substance behind it. We just see two white boys just come for 2 days, talk blah blah blah, and they open a gate and they close a gate. And we know gas ain't come up the ground yet. And if anything was to start, we have a few years down the road for it to actually materialize. And there's where, when Stuart Young said, where that $550 million US gap come in, is there my brain trigger say, this is like a loan. This is like, because they give you loans, the financial hitmen, they offer you treats, like how the Belt and Road Chinese is moving with the Belt and Road. They would come and say, well, all right, you need this amount, take this amount. But when you take this amount, the politician themselves not paying it back. So here where the hitman will say, well, you owe us this, we would take this asset from you and own it outright. So they come now and they get your assets, right? We're supposed to be more than the price. They get it because they lend you money and you couldn't pay them back, right? And then all of a sudden we find flour raising, subsidy coming off on fuel, and we want to know why this thing was touted as the savior. Oil was the savior, gas was the savior. How come we call the grocery going up? You understand? This is the secret. These are things that when any party come out of office, then you just hear the truth behind it, because then the freedom of information they start to open up, and what's going on? Either this politician dead or he gone in our next country, and that is it.
This is why
That's
I would
the
have
problem.
indicated. This is why I would have indicated that there is also a value in critically or critiquing situation or asking certain questions, but
Very
not to
much
say
so.
that
Very
not
much
to,
so.
not to say that we've done it or we made the groundwork and thing, but to ask the question, the details. And Stuart Young did ask some questions that maybe needs to be answered at some point in time.
It's very important. That is my point. I'm not backing up Stuart here, but what I'm saying, it's very important to listen to the opposite side, because that is the real government of the people. That is the government that won back your trust, that won back. So they're hitting you the facts and they're hitting you the question. You have now to think. Now, sicko fancy, they say, but why you don't study stepdaughter and why you do that? But the man telling you there's a $550 million gap. Look at that gap, where that gap coming in from. That is what I wanted to tell you guys there. And I don't want to take over your show, but guys,
well, we on the foreshore, you carry back there, but we allow here. We on the foreshore right now. We try to solve our crime here.
Let me tell you something, eh? If you go on the foreshore, them politicians go kill you. Go on with that.
Good afternoon, caller.
Good evening, gentle people, lady and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
In 2026, that's still going on. People parking up in the foreshore.
Yeah, people parking up on the foreshore still.
Is it lit? Is the foreshore lit?
I don't know. I think the lights will spoil the ambience, you know.
Oh, that would spoil the ambience. You're right. You're right. In 2026, man so stupid, man so thirsty. Anyway, I didn't call for that. Now, there was a proposal. I don't know if you all know about it. Citizens 16 years and over must carry a national ID on them. I don't know if you all remember that.
Yes.
Citizens 16 years and over must carry ID on them. But that happened already. Why do they have to legislate that for? Now, 16 years is still in school. I could understand that. They should make it at least 18 or 21. Why should the citizens 16, it should be 18 and over? Because 16, remember, you might be doing CSEC or you might be doing CAPE. Nobody has studied an ID card at that point in that time. But what became of that proposal or that legislation? Was that ever passed in the House, or was it ever, how far it reached?
No, caller. I think that proposal had to do with the whole national ID that they're going to really talk about it. I didn't see any teeth.
It is not nothing cast in stone.
No, and it was still why the proposal to have it legislated is to make it compulsory. It is not compulsory at this stage.
But citizens already do that.
No, what I'm saying, you do that optional.
Carry their ID wherever they go.
Yeah, but it's optional. They want to make it compulsory.
Mandatory.
Mandatory, yes, mandatory.
Why?
Well,
I mean, if I have to go out to the avenue, I'm calling from Woodbrook.
Yes.
And to purchase something, do I have to walk around my ID card to go and buy food on the avenue or to buy a drink on the avenue?
Well, they're saying yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Just to purchase a box of food or to purchase a cold drink or a beer or something.
Well, it is not.
Leave my house and walk with my ID card and walk back with it.
It is not, I'm guessing here, it is not to be able to purchase anything. It is just to be able to identify you, where and when the need arises to do that. Whether you die, whether you are caught in
It's more
something.
for identification purposes.
Yes.
Oh, I thought there was a sort of kickback. Because, I mean, to say, sometimes I just want to... Well, if I'm going downtown Port of Spain, I will travel with it. Because I'm living in Woodbrook, and I'm going downtown Port of Spain, I will travel with it. Because, I could travel free on the bus, number one. And, but still, I don't think it should be mandatory, That's just me. I mean, I mean, at 16 years, any young person, 16, studying about getting an ID card. All right, pleasant evening to you all.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody taking us away from the foreshore, way. Yeah, call us. Tell us what happened on the foreshore. Tell us what happened on the foreshore. Good afternoon.
How's that?
How's that? We want to know what happened on the foreshore.
The idea what's going on. Umpire is A, B, and C. Right? Now, is accommodation, bed, breakfast, and the C. Right? So here what going on.
That MG Howler room?
That 5-star hotel.
Yeah, it's only for sure. But with a 2-star, every room is a presidential suite.
Sea breeze?
You hear me? But that young lady, switch off she mic. Because if I somebody she has.
What?
Here what's going on. I will take she for a walk. But she will get the ice and I will scream over here. But here what's going on. The young lady in the back seat say, drive. You always see that from the driver's side. But when you come in the back, take a back seat and see how it look like from the back here. Because you're only watching forward. So if you turn to your left now, look at that ocean view. So what went on now? It was to take the young lady somewhere in Kuna Paskatana. You know that big wooden thing there? Where the hotel is on the sea. And when you go in the pool and the sea is the level. So Rob one, he carried the young lady there to show her the view. How it will look like. So if she decides to go with him, it's money well spent. So umpire, how's that?
How's that? Thank you, gentlemen. You will get in trouble because I get lost there. Call us Dr. Samoy is here. You'll have to be very careful with these analogies.
I will be cautioning.
You sound like a certain minister, though, eh?
I will.
You sound like that particular gentleman who just gave that kind of. But really and truly, we talk about crime and in a crime-ridden place. We also see recklessness.
Absolutely.
Correct.
I mean, the caller was right before 2026, the foreshore. I mean, the foreshore had a name since I small. Right? It's just certain places here.
Yeah.
You know?
That's like
Don't
a
pop
cheap.
yourself.
That's like a cheap.
Yeah, but you.
A cheap hotel, but.
I don't know. Excitement over safety. Excitement over safety. But if the man was pressured to work on last night, some more, you had to talk to your lady friends and stop pressuring these men into doing some very foolish
I
things.
To the ladies already about that, huh?
Some very foolish things.
What I have to say
all those
about
fat things that always seen on TV. Don't try this Trinidad.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not against people wanting to have their fun, but I am starting to question where some people's minds are going.
Correct.
Why can't you have normal fun? How about that? In the state of this crime situation, you're going to park up on the foreshore. No, it is because you want to be exciting. That's why you find yourself in situations that God did not arise. That's why you want to have fun. You want to go outside of God's reach. What is going on here?
But it's very unwise to not be in front of your driver's seat. Guys, I can't side with all of this one. You know. Why are you leaving the driver's seat? But
you can't be that desperate.
Was she supposed to come across on the driver's seat with you?
Well, you had to be a little more in it, but you cannot leave the driver's seat. Motherfucker, you're not supposed to shut off. That is the rules in them place. Let me take this call. Good afternoon, sir.
Good day, good day.
Good day, sir.
How y'all doing?
Good. We okay? We're trying to understand something here.
No, I think the best person to ask is Madison. But I think Madison, the last time you was in the foreshore,
you see Master in the foreshore.
Madison, yes, something to tell us.
I just passed that place straight.
No, I just called to put some humor in.
Yes.
I just joking, Madison.
We appreciate it. But are we being reckless today in the face of all this crime, man?
No. But I think that you all have a very good show today.
Yes.
You know, I think you had a very good show today. Three of you all did a very good job. And some of the points that you all brought across was very relevant. Right? A caller a little while ago spoke about Captain Gary Griffith and about, you know, some of his flaws, and he ended with Gary Griffith did some good things. Well, I don't know anything about that part, you know, because I think Gary Griffith, as he said, his only mouth, and he gave gun permits to who he wanted to, you know, and there's a reason why he gave it to certain persons, right? The average person, as far as I know, never received gun permits, you know, and but the foreshore, maybe a police post should be put at the foreshore.
I think there was one at a time.
You went down there and so on?
No, when you drive past there, I think I saw. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they should have a police.
No.
They could park up and have the meetings in peace.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course, because I mean, if it's one thing Trinidad need is more love.
Correct.
All right. So.
Correct. I agree.
But overall, I love this show today. I tried calling earlier, and I couldn't get through. But thank God I got through.
No problem. Anytime, caller.
Madison is the right person to talk
Madison is the right person. I'm glad you identified him as the expert in that in this video. I'm glad you identified him, caller.
Madison, I'm just joking. Give her a smile in the face.
I know you're joking, but if I'm to give anybody advice, I would have those kind of meeting home.
Yeah, don't go in those places.
Not everybody could go home, Madison.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
If you carry a woman home and a wife home.
If you
Dr. Samoya, do you?
Listen, it was going good, caller. I had to question you too.
You all have a good day.
Thank you, caller.
Going at these nice places, this double farm and thing I hear is very nice. I mean, you're driving and nobody know you're inside there.
There's no free love. Just abandon that whole idea about you go here for free, you park up here for free, and this is what is causing this. This is not adventure. This freeness, and the times have changed.
Maybe they didn't intend. They was just driving on the road. And
in the days of Calabash Alley, that would have been okay. Sugarcane and rose, that would be okay. But we long past that.
You can't do that.
We can't do that, and we have
no stop.
People, some of us have kids. You have daughters, you have sons. You don't put your life in jeopardy.
That's
you know, this adventure seeking thing. We watching too much TV too, you know.
I mean, it's sounding funny, but I mean, we really have to evaluate what we consider to be fun these days.
Correct.
What is wrong with a normal relationship? What is wrong with that? Like, you have to.
Normal relationship, what do you mean?
Stephen.
No, I want to know too. What is normal? You know.
I am just concerned that we are going a bit too far.
Like how?
Okay. What about going out on a regular date? What about okay?
The
you
broad
have to
walk,
spend
and you
no
just
such
see the
money.
broad walk.
No, there are
You
ways.
have to ask the woman if they would want. Listen.
No,
women,
and I'm not throwing that for men alone, especially the women. We have to be so careful of what we consider to be fun and exciting and all of these things. Because if all you have to offer is your body, that is what's going to be on sale.
Well,
If you put up your standards and say, listen, we're trying to get to know each other and so on, yes, we grown and whatever, but it don't have to reach so far. I'm trying to get to know you. How we end up in the back seat.
Well, listen, I know what to tell you. These is, you know. Hear what I tell
Which is why I am
Hear what I tell
saying it
you.
doesn't need
Hear what I
to
tell
be
you.
that way.
Listen,
Barrett
I want friends with benefit.
That,
I wanna tell
listen.
you. Friends with benefit.
That's why the devil is using you all.
Say what happened on the boardwalk. Tell us.
See, that was when you and I was younger.
Right.
And when my parents was younger, my father used to write a letter to my mother. In my time, I could have make a phone call.
Right.
Now the TikToking.
Yes.
Long time. For me to see something nude, I started thief my uncle porn.
Right.
Now, I just had to open the phone.
Correct. Times
So,
change.
And the song, think about it. Long time you could have sing a song, Take Bamboo Girl.
Nah, not me. I couldn't sing that.
Hey.
Right. And no, we ain't encouraging that. And Ash Wednesday, all Calypso used to done at one time until Lent finish it.
Yeah.
So our standard has changed. Our
Correct.
children are exposed to more. I listened to that yesterday.
Yes.
A female person on a particular radio station, and she played a ton with a local artist. And then she played, I don't know if it was a Jamaican or a local, and she said, you know, I would like to see the man sing a song about what he would do to a woman. Right? And she is saying, as a female DJ, she would like to see when a female jump up on stage, what the song man, the entertainer, will do. And I'm saying for a female to make that statement, I want to see a man put a woman in that position as a female. Then what you encouraging females in?
Yeah.
And then I might say that then you might be a female because as a man I would expect that from. And to hear that from a so you understand where my society and there's somebody on the radio right here.
Yeah.
So our standards, Mr. Moya, we have lost some level of that little part of God that we had. We have lost that now. Where it all depends on where your people look like or how you dress. Kind of phone you drive, the kind of car you drive, things can happen.
Well, he had no car no more. They take the MG, he lost the car.
Well, that's to tell you. And in this time, you and I, because of our age, we ain't taking that chance. Eh?
Yeah.
Right. Because of his age, he take the chance.
So men in Almera pull up and take your MG. And
Yeah,
your
because you put your lower sense in front of your upper sense. So it costs you 140 something thousand.
Wow.
Enjoy the evening.
Wow.
The Bible say for the wages of sin is death. Right? And if you go further down, it will tell you about you being given over to a reprobate mind. He will give you over to the things that are inside of your mind. You went there with an intention for backseat, you lose the whole car. You see, the devil don't tell you how far he going and carry you, you know. You going along with him until he deal with your case and then look, sister gone. She had no time with her.
But she run out too.
Of course she run out because it don't have no covenant. It don't have no for better or worse, for richer or poor.
They went to just discuss something. The covenant you don't want.
That is the thing that all it doesn't understand as men.
Yeah, you reality.
They just want to discuss something.
Yeah, she went to discuss, all right, and then she jump out of it.
Both of us driving down the road. Both of us driving down the road. We going to Mary Way, and we see foreshore.
It have no
We
covenant
let
in
me just
that.
stop here and have a discussion.
Let me have a discussion.
Oh, well, they discuss until it's nothing to talk about again.
We
You have to go by the police
we decided
station
to take a chance.
alone.
We decided to take a chance and go in the back of the car.
In the back seat.
Discussion, right?
Okay.
Things happen.
Of course, and so the wages of sin is death. That's what happened there to you. That's what happened.
But they
Get
didn't,
into covenant.
but they didn't get to reach the sin part. In the back seat.
You would know that.
Let
how
me stop
far
it.
we should
Let me
take.
stop. Let me stop. But that's a really unwise
Yeah.
kind of a.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's
In
piece of sourness,
2026, you know,
That's a
I'm sorry
sourness.
for the gentleman.
Yeah, you just buy a car, and I mean, you don't even know if it's. We don't know if it's a new one or if it's a, you know.
And look,
close to finish your
look,
payment.
I'm analyzing the report. The report say a man and a woman from Paradise Heights. So they're from
Same place.
the same place.
Yeah.
Probably them was just talking that one.
Good afternoon, caller.
Oh gosh.
Good afternoon.
So honest, boy.
Good evening, rather, lady and gentlemen.
Yes, good evening.
I cannot believe in this day and age, with all this crime, people parking up on the foreshore on Lady Young Road, all your mad going down Macarip. They may like the life, and I blame the woman. Let me tell you, when I was a teenager, I had a boyfriend. He bought a car, and he wanted to go down Macarip. I tell him, I say, listen, I say, no handbrakes is not sticking me in my back. At all. Right? You, the woman, have to call the shots. You have to say what you want and you don't want.
Right.
My mother used to say, it have women, now we have this big Diego Martin River. It's wide like the East Dry River. It's like half of the East Dry River. And she used to say that some women will go down there and have sex with a man.
My God.
Have to care about yourself. It has so much double palm all over the place. All you use it, no man.
Yeah.
Oh God, just all you. And let me tell you, I had a police friend used to tell me. He said, you know, this happened to some of the women when they allow the men to take them in these unscrupulous. Well, as Alexander used to say, you're not paying attention to, you're making yourself a soft target. When you do that, you put in yourself in danger, and you cater for one, and you might get three.
Wow.
Come and rape it. Happened down Carona, down
That's right.
yeah, somewhere down, I think it was Macaripsel or somewhere down there years ago, where this lady was gang raped. And
Yes.
the police, I remember when the thing came out, the Carnage police said when they saw the car rocking, they were doing their patrol. They went and knocked on the window, and the man say, oh God, only go and look for bandits. You know, they like to tell police what to do. You know, the same couple went in. I would have been so ashamed. I'd have said, look, let me go home. Yeah? Take your rape and go. The same couple had to come and report that the lady got raped. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, you're mad. Oh, you don't care about all yourself. The man is a man. They will carry you anywhere. You have to set your standard. You'll have a blessed day. Reach home safely.
Thank you. Wonderful point.
Thank you, caller.
Wonderful point. Yeah, you can't just have anybody carry you anywhere.
Yes.
No. You have to have enough respect for yourself to say, listen, if you want somebody to say you have to carry me somewhere proper where you feel it is, would you want somebody to carry your daughter onto any foreshore? That's what sometimes you all males don't understand, you know. The things you all want to do to some ladies, you don't want nobody do it to your daughter.
No, but listen, it's not that people don't understand. I mean, we live in a different time.
I
But
understand
listen,
that, yeah.
But sometimes when duty calls, you know, any port for a call, you know, that kind of thing, and all of us, all the people who talking right now experience that kind of thing. Right?
I just say
it's just that the thing they could continue to do it.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
live in
I get that.
in different times.
I get, and
right?
I'm not saying no. I'm just thinking
We live in
somebody
different
have to
time.
use their head. though.
Everybody. Well, if you didn't have that kind of experience, well, I mean,
Well, of course not.
Well, good. But that doesn't say people. Everybody.
That's why people
politicians,
get in so
everybody
much
had
of
that kind of
accident
experience.
because they're blighting the car with that spirit.
What happened on the foreshore KFC?
Yeah, good afternoon, Simoya. Welcome back on the scene. Good afternoon, Nalo Mackerson.
Good
I know Mackerson was controlling the boy, but I know when he have one in the ready, they try to be so spectacular and thing with me now. So I come and talk about four judges now.
The foreshore, the foreshore.
I know I must put Brooke talking, but you know what, Hotel and all them kind of place. Would that place the ship go? We should know what them place.
Everybody know about that. I mean, you feel the politician and know about that too. Everybody know about it. It's just
The
that
politician were passing. The politician were passing 3 dogs, 2 parrots, and the red couch, you know. But right now, the red couch against yellow couch now. Take your positions. But my question is this, Doctor. Let's see what a wonderful program. So much out there. Welcome back on the scene, man. Bless.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Have a good evening.
She never left, you know. It's just that she every now and again she abscond or she's away from us.
Yeah, she was just a little busy.
Yeah.
Just a little busy. But we are taking unnecessary risk, very uncalculated risk these days, and it's not turning out well for us.
Correct.
Of course.
It's not turning out well
It's
at
a
all,
risk.
at all, at
It's a
all.
real risk.
Some unnecessary risk, all in the name of fun.
It has some men who out there just looking to wreak havoc.
Yes,
They
absolutely.
looking for money. They will do anything and any opportunity.
Yeah.
These are what you call crime opportunity.
Yeah.
Any opportunity they get, you giving them the opportunity. You giving people that opportunity. I mean, we still not discounting the fact, or what we were saying earlier on, with the fact that there was probably the man had money or whatever.
Yeah.
But even that, you as a man had to be thinking too. You know, so it is something all of us at some point in time would have done, but I wouldn't do that in this kind of time again. That's just I would do that in this kind of time.
Yeah, it is very dangerous to engage in that type of fun.
I mean, on a regular day, people go out and park their cars and then come back and they car missing.
There are people who,
you know,
so people infidelity. Most of the time it has some kind of infidelity.
Yeah.
The man on the woman or the woman on the
something like that. Yeah.
So, they will take chances and do that kind of thing. But I mean, that's why I had double palm. That double palm is necessary, you know. For that. Double palm is necessary.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't fight it.
You want
that's
to
reality.
warn your woman, you want to warn your man. Double palm.
Well, remember, it's not always infidelity. You know, remember the caller said some people looking for that kind of excitement.
Well, yeah.
You know, some people into those things,
Yeah.
etc. You know, you could see it anyway, but you still that can't come before your safety.
But think about
Yeah.
it. What's the possibility of a man and his woman, or a man and his wife going in a double palm? I just asking. What's the
No,
possibility?
I know people do
I
that.
know that, we know that, but what's the possibility?
But this
What-
possibility
it's a
for
very
me,
slim possibility.
I think it
might
might
be
be
about
slim.
less than 10% of the people who do that.
It depends. It depends on the couple.
You
too.
underestimate. Remember, this is a society where we're watching the most porn, in the Western, in this hemisphere. Remember?
So where you might be able to do home with a children and things.
Remember, and it has been said in terms of crime statistics and otherwise, this is a very hypersexual sexual society. We don't underestimate Trinis, you know. You know, look how much toys they see coming through customs. This is a very
Why customers see stories though?
well. Remember, there are things you have to do depending on when you're buying anything in bulk. I'm talking about for commercial purposes, not talking about personal things. But things that we take for granted, you know. I can't use my appetite nor my knowledge as a thermometer.
Yeah.
I outright. But this seems to be something that, you know, public spaces is something that people think about, talk about. But in any case, safety first. And the rule should always be safety first.
And all, I mean, it's just human
Yeah.
to have adventures, to want to do certain things. Although you may not have the need to do it, you might want to do it out of just adventure, just trying to be spontaneous, just trying to do something different.
But isn't that a
Because
crime though? Like to indecent exposure or something like that?
I
You could
don't
get
It's
charged.
a crime
if you
if you
get-
get catch, but what I'm saying is, you expect to get catch.
Yeah.
You understand?
I mean, from the stories and the anecdotal stories I have heard, they just tell you better than that and go home.
Yeah.
If it's minors, they may take a different view.
Yeah.
But normally, it just chase you. I hear my partners talk about they get chased already and it's haha, you know, it's a big stripe. They get chased, you know,
Yeah.
kind of adventure, police catch you, torchlight, You know,
Song I can get some
touch
right there.
touch like through your glass, and they, I shame in them telling me the story, but they were quite, you know.
Well, I prefer the police to come and shine the touchlight than a bandit. Because bandit touchlight is a gun.
They're coming to take.
But we living in a different time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we
if
living
you
in a
want
different
to take
time.
them kind of chance, you have to be more responsible.
Yeah.
You have to do it in a more place. Do it in a more responsible place. You know, a place where you feel safe, where it might be safe. You know, something behind your house or in your car, in your garage or something.
In this day and age of information and technology and TV, we still not all that. We're taking some risk. We're meeting people online and falling in love and sending money, and we're doing a lot of things, and we claim to be smarter.
Yeah.
You would think that happened 50 years ago when it didn't have no AI. But today,
50
we
years ago didn't have that kind of access.
Oh,
People like me. It was pen pal.
we still making very, 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 very calculated mistakes with our lives. Very, very careless mistakes. And before I forget, I have to say happy birthday to my sister Roxanne. Today is her birthday.
Happy birthday, Roxanne.
She is a avid listener. I get correction. She just tells me when they catch Matterson. So she doesn't fail to support me in the show. And happy birthday to you. I hope you had a good day. And stay away from the foreshore. My sister too big for that. She ain't able. She's too big for that. But I really, really want to say thank you for all the support, all the texts. The mic not working. We're not hearing you. We're not hearing Matterson. If I am to know what happened on the show when I'm not here, I'll ask my sister and my mother. They'll say, boy, they give Matterson problems today. They are avid followers of the show, and we hope you had a good day. But these risks that we're taking in the name of fun and adventure, this story could have turned out much different.
Absolutely.
You know, I thank God that there wasn't a loss of life.
Yeah.
I hope the lady was safe and the man was safe. I don't know what the insurance will tell him.
I hope they got back the vehicle.
Yeah, I hope so too. You know, but we can't do those things anymore.
Correct.
People, Trinidad, we have to admit that Trinidad is even though we say God is our Trini.
So
you know, we just say God is our Trini when everything. Look, we had earthquakes. There was an earthquake here sometime.
You know, that's something I really wanted to talk about, because I was looking at some scientific reviews and I mean, you can't really predict an earthquake.
Yeah.
And I would agree with all the scientists who say that. But something seems to be happening in the Caribbean Sea.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that might be a good predictor of what is to come or what could come. And I'm thinking that we are seeing all these earthquakes in a particular fault line, and we are on it.
Yep.
And we have to be very, very, very cognizant of that.
Of course.
And very careful. I mean, you can't plan for earthquake because you might be sleeping when it happens, you know, that kind of thing. But I hear what I be thinking, Sometimes I be thinking, boy, Stephen, you're living in a building, better you just buy one of them big. I be thinking some weird things.
Yeah.
Sometimes I thinking better you buy one of them big jackhammer with with battery and sleep with it on the side of your bed. Because be watching so much of them thing, you know. When a building come down.
It come down. Yeah.
Come down. And a lot of people didn't die actually from the impact of the earthquake. They died because of the suffocate inside there.
Yeah, we really fortunate, huh?
I am telling
because
you.
Look at
We're fortunate to be carrying on with this foolishness we're carrying on every day on the news.
Thank you.
It's 62,000 people died in Venezuela, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you see disaster.
The first few days, they only found that it was just a few hundreds.
Yep.
So think about how many people suffered.
Look what happened in Guyana. Look what happening. We really fortunate to be carrying on with this PNM-UNC foolishness. Because disaster. Disaster changes. And when you meet people who live through disasters, when you meet people who live through disasters,
I find we wasting time. We supposed to be in the rainy season right now. What is the contingency plan? What you need to, while things quiet, start to put things in place
I'm talking about on a personal, individual level, not what the government do.
No,
because
but
they doing
I'm
what they had to
saying
do.
we still wasting time.
Yeah.
We still wasting
Well, I
time.
saw some drains and rivers being cleared
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
And but a personal note is true because my dad was one. Listen, my dad had the emergency thing going back.
But I think about that now.
He had the torchlight and in the plastic and he had the listen to me. I used to say, but will you listen to me? He used to take that disaster preparedness for real.
Yeah.
He ain't laps in all the
away
plastic bag and the battery and he went arm up.
Yeah.
But again, we take so much for granted, because we haven't had a disaster that
Call it a Trini.
and then we just make a song about it the next
Call it a
day
Trini.
and have a curfew party and we laugh but to think that some people did not survive COVID.
That's right.
COVID went with a lot of people.
As I see that, I was in a cemetery in I think it's Mount Pleasant.
Yes.
A few days ago.
Yeah.
In Tobago.
Yeah.
At that funeral last week. And you know, one of the things that fascinates me when I go in cemeteries is besides just looking at what's happening, I like to walk around and look at read tombstones.
Yeah. And see how
And
long somebody died.
I saw more than probably 100 graves in that cemetery with 2022.
Wow.
More
Wow.
than 100, I counted.
Real people
So
died.
a lot of people died during that COVID period.
Yeah.
And that sometimes, right, and most of them were aged persons,
Yeah.
85, 65.
Yeah, that COVID was
that
sure.
kind of thing. But COVID did a lot of damage to people.
Yeah, we trivialized the loss of life during that period. We thought in money. We were seeing all what happened with pharmaceuticals. I knew some people got rich during the COVID.
Oh, yes.
It's obvious. But it had a toll on life and it had a toll on young people and learning.
That's right.
That reset, it had a toll on school. I never lived through a period where it had no school.
Yeah.
But imagine there are people who did not start school until Form 3. You know, that's a gap here. That's serious and have they caught up? You know, all this online learning, they were forced to learn like that.
And some of them didn't have the facilities to be.
Some of them didn't have the
Because,
facilities.
I mean, it wasn't provided naturally from the government. On that.
So, sis, happy birthday to you. Hope you live to see many more Senior Matterson. 30 seconds out, take us on.
Yeah, we had a great show this evening, as usual. It is always better when all of us are here. So we look forward to having
Forward to seeing Samoya again.
Samoya.
Yes.
So, great show, and this evening we wish that all those listeners, all those who are still on their way home, get home safe, and we see you tomorrow.
You've got Ben support.